Thank you very much. Let's get to Russia's war on Ukraine. The families of two Americans killed earlier this month on the front lines have now confirmed their identities as that conflict gets closer to home. Brian Young and Luke Lucyszyn were ambushed July 18th by Russian tanks in eastern Ukraine. Two other foreign fighters also losing their lives. Young and Lucyszyn are now the fifth and sixth known American casualties in Ukraine. And Luke's parents joining me now from their home in North Carolina. George and Kathryn, thank you so much for being with us. And thank you for being strong enough to even talk about this.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your son. He lived in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. He has two children. Can you just tell us a little bit about his background and what in the world led him to go to Ukraine to fight with the military there?
He's been, he's 31 years old, and he, as he was growing up, he had done a lot of, he had worked in construction. He had worked as a painter. He had worked as a Windows installer, and his last gig was driving an 18-wheeler. And so when he started seeing the news about what was happening in Ukraine, he became concerned, and he just said he wanted to go help.
So he was restless. This kind of consumed his thoughts.
I think so. Yes. When I heard his plans about going over there, I immediately told him that it was a dangerous place, and I tried to dissuade him, but
he was convinced.
One day he just said, I'm leaving, and next thing he contacted us. He was in Warsaw, Poland, and he was trying to work his way into Ukraine.
Kathryn, what were your thoughts? Because I'm sure as a mom, you, just like your husband, you were thinking, no, you can't do this.
Yeah, well, we did try to dissuade him from doing it. We told him that no matter where he was, even in the safe zone, it wasn't safe. So we did try to dissuade him for a few weeks.
But did he talk to you about the war? Was he able to communicate with you once he was over there?
Yes, he communicated with us quite frequently until the last maybe 5 days. He had told us he was going into the Donbass region and wouldn't be able to communicate with us because of the Russians and the signals, So we hadn't heard from him for like 5 days.
So obviously, it's interesting. We're seeing some similarities of the men that have decided to travel abroad and to fight here. What do you think in his core was compelling him? Was it seeing the images of children, of innocent people, of feeling like he needed to be a part of something bigger, of wanting to fulfill his life's purpose?
He wanted to help people. That's all he said. His mom, this is a way I can help people. He said, I don't know any other way. He said, and I know that I can be good at helping people. And that's what drove him.
And this was say around the March, April. This is when the invasion first started. And, the news was just filled with, images of refugees fleeing. There was all the chaos at the Polish border. I think that had a big influence on what his thoughts were, because at the beginning there, it was really chaotic and not, your heart wanted to help these people. And I think that caught up with him, and he started, making plans.
Plus, my husband's 100% Ukrainian, so Luke's 50%, and that he has some heritage. He didn't know the language when he went there. So we were telling him, one of the things we were trying to dissuade him, how are you going to communicate with people? And he said, I'll figure it out. And he did. He figured it out from the day he got to Warsaw to getting into the Ukraine.
And he learned some of the language, and it was somewhat of a heritage or a legacy that he perhaps was compelled by as well with your father, you, George. One more question. I know we're out of time. What would you like us to remember about your son? I know his nickname was Skywalker, an obvious reference to his love of Star Wars.
He was a hero. He was a hero. He was a good kid, and I'm gonna miss him. I still think of him as a kid, even though he was a 31-year-old man. But he died a hero.
And a piece of him went. We're just devastated, and we feel like a piece of us is missing.
Well, I certainly wish you both and your entire family strength and the filling of that void. Obviously, you'll never forget your son, but you need strength right now to keep going. He'd want you to, and we really appreciate you joining us, and we're so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Thank you, George and Kathryn. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.